problem is that when you have only that one thing to focus on, suddenly everything else that's unimportant becomes way more interesting. I find this really funny thing where when people have two difficult things going on simultaneously, counterintuitively, they can often do better because they have to budget their time. They have to block it out. They have to make it happen. But when you have only one thing and it's as large as the LSAT with nearly 100 released exams and it's such a daunting task, you can often save it to like the last thing of the day and everything else like cleaning your room becomes far more interesting. You've got to structure your day. And I have some resources devoted to this. You know about the day-by-day study plans, but I've also got within a day how to block off time. So you've got breakfast, showering, checking your email, whatever you want to do first thing, that's fine. Budget time for that so that you're not totally groggy when you're opening the LSAT books. You do something else first to avoid that sleep inertia. Then you study for 2.5 hours. You block that off, take some breaks within it. The Pomodoro technique is great for this. There's apps for it. Look up the Focus app. And basically what you do is you study for 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break, study again 25 minutes, 5-minute break. So there's always another break just around the corner. So if you want to check your email, if you want to get up and go walk around the house or something, you could do that, but only at certain predefined points with a defined endpoint so that you will get back to the task at hand, in this case, the LSAT. So that's 2.5-hour block, then take a break for lunch, take a break for a walk, come back, another 2.5 hours with breaks scattered throughout, and you're done. So you've got your 5 hours. If you want to do 6 hours of studying with 3-hour blocks, that's totally fine too. The idea is that you're not doing it so much that it eats up your entire life, but you're also blocking off time so that 5-6 hours is plenty. The key is moderation, and moderation is what everybody struggles with, myself included. I'm always like an all or nothing person. So this daily schedule I laid out in that link with the 2.5-hour blocks, it ensures that you have time for sleep, diet, exercise, relaxation, and whatever else, but also the studying is happening. Between the hours of, let's say, 9 to 11:30 or 10 to 12:30 in the morning, like that is LSAT with only those little 5-minute breaks. So like Facebook, email, the news, TV, whatever else only happens in those 5-minute windows during the 2.5-hour block to make sure that it happens. I also want to suggest picking up the exercise again. Even though the gym is closed, there are still things you could do. And walking is nice, but the problem with walking is that it's not as goal-oriented and accomplishment-oriented as exercise, where like lifting weights, you're tracking the numbers, you're seeing the progress. And walking is good for other reasons, but it's not progress-oriented. So I want to suggest that to fulfill that, there's 2 things you could do. One thing is tracking accuracy, tracking timing. I don't want you to get obsessive about it, which is very easy to do, but just to generally note some benchmarks like accuracy on an exam or accuracy on a section, or how quickly you can complete something. Like all of that will help you with that goal-oriented nature that very much applies to exercise as well. Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.